Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Magic Hour with Paul Chappell. Today, I kind of want to gloat, well, not really gloat, really more celebrate the fact that it finally happened. Captain Marvel! The movie just blasted past the $1 billion box office mark. Now, usually I hate William Hughes, but you know, he gets it right in this first line of his article today. And how'd that boycott work out for you fellas? That's really what this is all about, right? The alt-right failed, and they keep failing in more ways than one. And I say that because James Gunn, in case you didn't already know this is information is probably about 2 weeks old, more than 2 weeks, actually. It's March 15th. But he was rehired by Disney to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And as you probably know, he lost his directing gig because of some outright provocateurs and trolls who posted stuff that he had already apologized for more than 10 years ago, where he made some off-brand jokes. So anyway, he got his job back and outright lost once again. And why do I keep saying the outright? Well, movies are important to an outright for whatever reason. And I say that because their leader, Richard Spencer, had this to say on his interview on United Shades of America with Kamal Bell. I think that's how you say it. I know I just butchered his name. But just to give you a little excerpt of what he said about white privilege and the movies. Here we go.
We think that it's inherently wonderful for white people to have less power. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm glad. I hope the new James Bond is going to be a black guy. That would be great for the world.
Is that a real big deal though? If James Bond's a black guy, is that really like? Do you care?
Well, for me, yeah, that might be it.
That's too much.
It's too much.
I mean.
Funny thing about that whole interview, Richard Spencer hates black people, but I respect his ability to morph into this nice, affable guy when it suits his ends, because that's what he's doing in this interview. He knows it's going to get him some exposure to be in this interview with this black guy, although he's speaking about racist things, I should say. But the whole tiki torch and people wearing khaki pants and white shirts, that was all his idea, because he wanted white supremacy to be more palatable to the mainstream. And that didn't really work out for him too well. But this is my problem with the outright, and really all these men right activists, all these white people upset that there are now movies starring white women. Really? You guys are upset because there's movies starring white women? That in itself doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, look at Brie Larson. I don't know who put this picture up, but it's wife, if you're watching this. I have no idea. The cat just ran across the monitor or something. I don't know who put up this picture, but damn. White guys are really upset that she's doing well. Really? You guys got some problems. But let's get back to the root of this issue. The idea that you can't identify with a hero unless he's your color. Now, when I was growing up, all my heroes were white guys. Han Solo, Indiana Jones, Rocky, all those guys that Arnold Schwarzenegger played. In fact, the only heroes we really had that were our color growing up were Eddie Murphy and Carl Weathers. I mean, Eddie Murphy, even his characters, the wisecracking police officer in Beverly Hills Cop, even that character was revealed to have some kind of criminal past in the sequel. I mean, I think that he revealed that he used to be a con man. So every character Eddie Murphy pretty much played had some background as a criminal. I mean, what kind of message do you think that sent black kids growing up in the 80s? So even then, we didn't really have role models. Even Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed himself, he was beaten in submission by a white guy. And he was placed against the awesomeness of Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger. Remember this scene?
Damn good to see you, Dutch. What is this tie business? Oh, come on, forget about my tie, man. I heard about it.
So I don't want to hear any whining from white guys about their role models going away. There's plenty of role models left to be had. Okay? There's no reason why you can't use Will Smith or Denzel Washington or Idris Elba or any of these guys as your role model just because of the color of their skin. The whole idea is patently absurd. So I don't know. I don't feel any sympathy for anybody that feels that way, because, like I said, I didn't have those role models growing up, and I felt like I turned out okay. But I bring you to the last facet of this little diatribe I'm making. The outright keeps losing. And I keep getting asked by people, what do you think about Jussie Smollett being dismissed, his charges against him being dismissed? Because I did 2 videos about this clown. And do I feel great about it? No, I don't. As a black man, no, I do not feel great about it. But I do have to say that it was a loss for the outright once again, because what the Jussie Smollett situation has demonstrated more than anything to me is that white privilege can be bought. And yes, folks, white privilege is a real thing. But I have to say, Jussie Smollett is the gay OJ. That's right, you heard me. Jussie Smollett is the gay OJ, because one thing OJ demonstrated to everybody was that with enough money, you can get away with anything in America. And that's the lesson we should learn, because even before the charges was dismissed against him, I felt like the most the DA was going to be able to make stick was maybe probation. Because rich people do not go to jail for disorderly conduct. I don't care what they did. They do not go to jail for that. The most we could hope for was probation. Okay, but he got away with it. And that's a bad thing. It is really a bad thing. But it just demonstrates what really rules America. It's not race, it's money, guys. It's money. And that's the only thing I got to say about Jussie Smollett. I'll let people smarter than me dissect what really happened. Suffice to say, Empire is filmed in Chicago. And if you don't think Jussie Smollett was friends with the black state attorney, I got a bridge I want to sell you. There is no way he was going to be convicted of anything, knowing what I know now about his circumstances. So, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that's all really I got to say about that. You outright losers need to buck up and live in this world that we all live in now. One where we have diversity for minorities and women, because I fail to really see how women are that much of a minority when they make up 50% of the population. And I discussed this in another video. 53% of moviegoers are females. So we're going to see a lot more females taking the reins. The one thing I didn't mention in that prior video was the fact that 60% of the movie receipts happen overseas now. So if you want to ask yourself, why do we still have white leads in movies? overseas, the white male still plays a great facet in how movies do, because I don't know if you've heard this. Even the Force Awakens posters were changed when they went to China. They omitted John Boyega, who plays Finn in Force Awakens. They completely took him off the poster because black. It's thought in Hollywood that black leads do not do well overseas. So for that reason, we will still see more white leads. But here in America, 53% of moviegoers are female. I think something like 23 to 25% of moviegoers are Hispanic. So you make America great, people. I got some bad news for you. And like something like 12% of moviegoers are black. So the diversity thing is not going away, and you guys should get used to it. That's my only point. And if you take away anything from what I've said today, it's that. And that's pretty much all I got to say for today. I would like to thank my subscribers and encourage you. Please comment. Please give me a like. Tell me what you think. It's an opinion piece. I want to hear what you think, even if you disagree with me. But that's all I got for today, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.